Alright, what is up guys? Welcome to the third part of my Let's Play of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 for the PlayStation 1. Last episode we finished the competition on the Chicago skate park, finished the Minneapolis streets level, and started the probably hardest level of the game, Downhill Jam. Um, on this episode we finish Downhill Jam and move on to the Burnside competition, and then start the San Francisco level, which is probably my least favorite level of the game. But during that part, we do not get anything accomplished. I just kind of roam around. I go for the secret tape once, but miss. So, onto the topic, I guess, for this video. Since I've been talking about the game consoles, still continue with that. And I figured I'd stick with the same, like, console generations with the original Xbox. So I got my original Xbox after my GameCube. I remember the first time I ever saw the original Xbox was I used to live in California, and my next door neighbor had the original Xbox with the original Spider-Man 1 game, and we played that game all the time, like the movie game, and I never was able to get that game until later on in life, but I did eventually get it, and I still have that game. And it's pretty good. Anyways, that was my first exposure really to the Xbox. I'm pretty sure that was like 2003-ish, 2004 maybe. And I never saw much more about it until I really got into gaming again. Like super. I didn't ever get out of gaming, but I got a really big peak in interest in gaming in like 6th grade. So anyways, back to that. I think I got my original Xbox also in 6th grade. It was in the summer. I was probably going into 7th grade. And I had saved up some money, probably traded in some games like a dummy. But I was able to get it at the mall. It was this mall that used to be really popular, and it has since closed down, and at this time it was on its way to its decline. It was not very popular. Um, I still always went there though because they had a GameStop. They had a arcade machine, and a quick side story on this one. Uh, Inside the mall, they have one of these stacker game machines where it's like you just blocks are moving back and forth, and you have to stop them and stack them all the way to the top. And the game is majorly rigged. It's set to pay out every certain amount of plays. But I always would try it because it had like uh, Nintendo DS, iPod Touch, and a PSP in it. And one of the times I was at the mall, I happened to win the PSP on that game for like $2. And one of probably the best days of my life. That was just crazy for me. It was probably around the time I got my Xbox too. And I remember I won that, ran straight over to the GameStop in the store and bought a ton of PSP games, one of them being the first Ratchet and Clank game. But anyways, back to the Xbox, yeah. At the same GameStop where I did that, I got my original Xbox. At the time, it was like 50 bucks, which honestly wasn't worth it, and I went in, got it, got a bunch of games, and I remember all the Xbox games they had, none of them had the original case. They were all the GameStop like generic cases, and I had no idea what games I was getting just because it was a generic case. I picked out a ton of games because they were like dirt cheap, like $1 each, and most of them were pretty terrible. Like I got Outlaw Golf, um, I don't know, just some Quantum Redshift. That was like a really bad racing game. No like good games, no Halo, nothing. So I brought it home, played all these games, and I was not a fan of the Xbox, but I figured I'd give it more of a shot and picked up some more games. One of them being Halo 2, probably my favorite original Xbox game. Spent so many nights playing that game with friends, and I remember I only had like two controllers. I always had to have friends bring over controllers, but we had played that like all night sometimes. It was just a great time. And then shortly after, I got Halo 1 and played that with friends, not as much as Halo 2, but we still played it a lot. And I played that again like last year or 2 years ago on the Master Chief Collection and finished it there. And still held up very well. No, some other games let me think. I mean, there aren't any really standout titles for me on the Xbox. I got Jet Set Radio Future. I really like that game. I never got far in it, but that was my first Jet Set Radio game. I mean, honestly, that was definitely my least favorite console from that generation. Although I never really got into it. Unfortunately, I don't have one anymore. I have Xbox 360 and it can play some of the games, but it's emulated pretty poorly. I almost picked an original Xbox up like last weekend, but when I went into the store, the guy getting it out for me, setting it up, and of course the disc tray was broken, and my heart was also broken, but I still was able to get some other good stuff. I picked up a ton of games I wanted and spent my Christmas money on some fun stuff, but nonetheless, did not get a original Xbox. I did pick up a couple of original Xbox games when I went there. I got some more Tony Hawk games. I'm trying to get a lot of the Tony Hawk games, if not all, if I can. But I got want to say, let me look right next to me. I got American Wasteland, Project 8, and I picked up Underground, but got home. I also got a bunch of PS2 games that I got home, looked in those cases, and all the original Xbox cases were PS2 versions of the game. So next day I took them back. They said sorry for the issue, and they're going to switch the games, and they could not find the original Underground. So they told me to pick out another game, and the original Underground was pretty cheap. It was like $3, so I figured I'll probably pick out another game around that price. And so that since I had to come back and stuff, that I could pick out up to a $10 game, and I was able to pick up Resident Evil Outbreak, which I'd never played. So I thought kind of a win situation. I wasn't able to the game I wanted, but I'll probably get that game sometime. I don't know when, but I will. And yeah, I mean, that's my most recent Xbox original experience. Nothing major. Another thing on the Xbox, they had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X, which is a Xbox exclusive Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game, and that has all the levels from this game, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, and all the levels from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, as well as some like bonus levels and updated graphics. So it's probably the definitive version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1. If I were to play that, I'd probably do a whole separate play of it, like separate from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, because I feel like it is different enough. I don't know about that, but I would just like to do that. I don't know if I will, since it's kind of the same. Maybe after I played the other Tony Hawk games, I'll go back to that one or something. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. But anyways, that's a game on there. I have 2 sealed original Xbox games that I found at a pawn shop. One of them being Max Payne 2. I also have the original Max Payne on the original Xbox, and I hear those games are great, and I have not gotten into them, but Max Payne 2 is sealed, and I also have this game called Taito Legends, which is a bunch of original arcade games that I believe I have on the PS2, so I'm not going to open those up. I just thought it was really cool that they had those. Another game I have on the original Xbox, Into the Matrix. I've mentioned this a lot. I have that game on like every console that it was released, and it's just a mediocre game, and I don't know why, but I have it on all the consoles. I don't have it on GameCube anymore, but I did at one point own it on all the consoles. But yeah, to this day, I mean, I don't have that many original Xbox games. I have like maybe 15 or 20. Some that I need to play. I have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Is that what it's called? Knights of the Old Republic? I think That's what it's called. Anyways, that game is pretty pricey now, and I haven't really gotten into it, but I hear that's a fantastic game. I have Legacy of Kain Defiance, I think. I hear those games are alright. And Metal Gear Solid 2 on the Xbox. I have the Legacy collection on PS3, so I'll probably play those on there. In fact, I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 3 on my PS Vita, which I really have been enjoying that game. I haven't played it in a while, but I really have enjoyed what I have played. Uh, anyways, talk about the game, the Let's Play for a little bit. This is me on the San Francisco level trying to get the secret tape, and I thought I had it for sure, but I get up here, set it up, and completely fail. This is another hard secret tape to get, and as you see right here, try to line it up, getting ready, go up the ramp, and I don't hit this part right, and that's where I cut it short and miss it. A lot of the times I also overshoot that, so it's kind of hard to judge. Um, this level is probably my least favorite level of the whole Pro Skater 1 game. It's just kind of open and not much to do. And so, like, when I think of Pro Skater 1, I always forget about this level. Anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and the next part will be up soon. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See ya.